read is called Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Obviously, the PowerPoint is by me. Okay, so short summary of the book. So this book takes place in year 2044, and it is the main setting of the book is the Oasis, and it takes place when inventor James Halliday dies, and everyone in the Oasis is forced to. Well, they're looking for an Easter egg that he put in place to, and whoever finds it gains complete control of the Oasis. So Oasis, egg hunt, and James Halliday. So basically, to get the egg, you need to find one gate and one key, and then you, once you find the first key, which is called the copper key, then you need to find the jade key. And then once you find the J key, you have to unlock the gate. And then then there's the crystal key. Once you find the crystal key, you unlock the next gate, and then you find the egg. And James Halliday he was an inventor that died in the book, and he put in place this egg. So the Oasis. So I brought this in to kind of show an example. It's not exactly what it is, but the Oasis is kind of like modern day VR, where it's like you're in a completely different world, almost, or universe, and in the Oasis there are a bunch of different planets that are based off things that the guy James Halliday, the things that he liked, like old video games or old movies or old music and stuff like that. So the main characters in the book are Parvizal, aka Wade Watts. So I go more in depth on him later. So then Artemis, that's her name in the game or in the Oasis. So that's not her actual name, but so she's one of Wade's friends, and she's also looking for the egg. They kind of made like a vow that they wouldn't help each other, and that they work separately. So in that, so then H, which is Wade's best friend, and one of Wade's biggest allies in finding the egg. They kind of help each other, but they try not to. So, Soto, I think that's how you pronounce it, he is best friends with the other guy, Dieto, and their best friends are almost like brothers, and they are working together. So the main settings of the book are the Oasis, which I explained earlier, and the Stacks, which is a place that Wade Watts lives when in the book, and till that eventually blows up and he's forced to live in this city. So Parvizal, aka Wade Watts, the reason I really like this character is because he's relatable, and he's got everyday problems just like you or me, and he is, yeah. And in the book, he's the main character, and he's one of the people looking for that. So the Sixers, IOI, and Sorrento. So IOI stands for Innovative Online Industries. They're also looking for the egg, and they have thousands of people working around the clock trying to find the egg, and they're trying to be the first ones to find the egg, but they end up cheating to try to find it. So I did this book versus movie. So book prose explains the characters well. It is interesting the whole way through, not only at the conclusion like some books. The main characters are relatable to someone my age or someone like me. In the one con that I found in this book was that the end was not very convincing or it's strong for such a good book. So movie prose, it included all the important characters, and CGI on the Oasis was realistic and like made me think of the Oasis. Like that was how I would think it would look. So cons took some of the best qualities out of Wade. So like some of my favorite things about the main character, where it kind of took it out. Like he wasn't the same person he was in the book. It seemed like in some ways, but so and it removed some of the important scenes, like scenes that kind of made the book what it was that weren't in the movie, so it wasn't as interesting. So, important characters, and then important characters not explained quite as well. So, characters like back there, like Artemis or H, they're not explained quite as well as they are in the book, and they don't seem like they have like the personal relationship with Wade Watts that they do in the book. So my rating of this book, I would give this book a 9 out of 10. It's by far one of my favorite books that I've ever read. It is interesting the whole way, and the only con that I had was the end, because for such a good book, the end didn't seem very strong. So the snack that I brought in was chocolate eggs. So I brought in 2 kinds of chocolate eggs. So everyone gets, yeah. So I brought in, so pass these out. So everyone gets one of these and 2 of these.
Kevin, help me.
Yeah. So no, everyone gets one of these. And I have. Oh wait, yeah. Can you pass? So everyone gets one of those, and then 2 of those.
Do it.
So yeah.
Should I end it? Okay. I'll keep it going.
I may.
Okay.
Or should I hit
Give
pause?
people 2 of those.
Oh no, there's still that.
Hey guys, can I have a seat for me?
Yeah,
Can
this
I have
is-
you have a seat for me?
All of my least favorite. So can I explain the movie real quick? So how it works is I did outside of the Oasis. So I did what because it's an interview. So I did what it would look like outside of it. Like so for Wade Watts, most of the beginning of the book, he is in a van. So yeah. I did like a green screen. And yeah.
Does everybody get to
Yeah. So yeah.
It is nice to have you here. You have established yourself as one of the great gunters to find the first gate and the first key. What has it taken to get to this position?
Well, obviously it feels good. I've been studying and working so hard for this moment. It is so cool to know that I'm the best in the world. I do have to give props though to all the gunters that will find the key after me.
Davis, what is it like getting noticed by big companies and getting contracts?
It's definitely nice getting noticed in the Oasis by big companies. It's nice because I feel like a priority even with all the other celebrities in the Oasis.
Now, after you found the key, did you help him or are you working together or was it just a coincidence?
It was just a coincidence.
The people want to know, are you a college student or are you in high school? Do you have a job? If so, what school, what job?
I am in my senior year of high school and I graduate in a few weeks. I go to school on the planet Ludus in the Oasis.
So Paulsville, now that you are famous and you have a lot of followers and fans, what message do you want to get across to your fans?
I would like them to know that whatever their passion is, pursue it, and don't let anyone tell you different. For example, if you really want to be the one to clear the first gate, study for it, and that's what I did, and that's what it took to get past the first gate.
Now, with so many people idolizing you, who would you say it was your idol?
Probably James Holiday.
Why?
Because he revolutionized gaming and he made everything easier for everyone. Like going to school, going to work, and everything like that.
Thanks, Paulsville, for your time and good luck in the hunt.
You're welcome. I hope I see you soon.
See ya.